Hi everyone, it's Fiona Edgar here. This is a video about Saturn's transit through Pisces, which starts tomorrow and actually kicks off with a full moon in Virgo. So what is Saturn? Saturn is a planet that is connected to discipline, structure, being mature, hard work. It is connected to karma, as Saturn is known as the Lord of Karma. Karma is not separate from your own ancestry. So we know that things like family wounds, family curses, and so on are actually passed on through your blood and your ancestry. New Age people, of course, will disagree with that, but that is what all of our ancestors believed before the age of the New Age and kind of Christianity. So Saturn can be a difficult taskmaster. He demands that you work hard and you always try your best. Wherever Saturn is in your birth chart is a bit of a difficult area for you because your ancestors didn't get it quite right. They did not master that area. So look at the house and the sign to see where your own personal Saturn is. And what kind of stuff you've inherited that you need to work on. And you must always play by the rule book when it comes to Saturn. He is not going to accept any sloppiness or any kind of sneaky stuff going on. I love Saturn. I have a very heavily aspected Saturn and a couple of angles, and my south node is ruled by Saturn. So I like him. I think his rewards are much more than Jupiter. They're long lasting. But a lot of people don't get along with Saturn because we live in an age where there's a lot of immaturity. So what is Saturn in Pisces going to be like for the next 2.5 years? And what kind of stuff is it going to change for us? So Saturn is also about control. And when Saturn transits through a sign, we can see in society the kind of things that are going to be limited, or how the type of thing that the government are going to control the most, or how they are going to implement that control. So for the last 5-6 years, Saturn has been in domicile in the two signs that he rules, Capricorn and Aquarius. Now, for the last couple of years, control has been implemented through, I have to be careful about how I word this, but through certain groups of people. So we have had a lot of laws come in different countries where it is actually an offense to verbally say something against groups of people. Certain groups of people have been venerated or more accepted within society, and this has been used as a form of control. So where are we going to see the control with Saturn in Pisces? First of all, Pisces is a sign that is connected to viruses, infectious diseases, fungal infections. So I would say it's highly likely that over the next 2.5 years, there is going to be some talk of a virus that is used as a form of control. I know that we already had that, but I would expect that to happen again. 2024 or 2025, we're going to see that. Now, Pisces is also connected to drugs, right? So legal drugs, illegal drugs. The last time that Saturn was in Pisces, which was in the 90s, we saw this whole rave scene really start and take off, and people were using a lot of illegal drugs. Now, we do know that there is a problem with that. Many people rely on illegal drugs and substances, hallucinogenics, weed, or meth or whatever it is, but that has become a huge problem because reality is a very tough place to be right now. So I would say that there is going to be some kind of control from the government. It could be multiple governments. It could be a worldwide thing. It likely is, because we have seen that stuff with the WHO trying to implement some kind of global plan. And Saturn in Pisces will affect everyone. And I'm trying to word this in a way where I don't get flagged. But yes, it's highly likely that vaccines or drugs in some way are going to be heavily controlled by the government, maybe forced upon us. I could see that happening again on a much larger scale this time. So, yeah, there are some other things connected to Saturn and Pisces, or what I feel is going to be an issue. Another problem might be fertility. Because Pisces is a mutable water sign, we can connect that with fertility. Saturn heavily restricts the themes of that sign. So we could see more people coming with fertility issues. So a lack of testosterone in men, we know that that is a problem at the moment because of dietary stuff going on, chemicals, porn addictions, and so on. So, yeah, we could also see increased boundaries within our oceans, because Saturn is about boundaries, structures. This is where my territory is. That is where yours is. So we could see some more restrictions, more rules. The ocean is going to be more heavily policed. Now, part of that needs to happen because the oceans are being pillaged and overfished. The ecosystem is unbalanced right now. There's all kinds of strange things going on with sea creatures acting in behavior that is uncharacteristic of them. There was a TV show that I was watching, and there is a guy called Jeremy Wade. Wade is actually a surname, an English surname that comes from Woden, otherwise known as Odin. But he had been recording all of this unusual, weird behavior from sea creatures. So boundaries within the ocean. There also will be stronger boundaries, believe it or not, within countries and borders. Now, this could very well be about travel restrictions. Astrology is not fortune telling. I don't know exactly what is going to happen. These are just the likely themes that will come up. So border control, why? Now, I don't think it's because of anything to do with immigration. I think it probably has to do with some kind of restrictions to do with travel. I know this is all negative stuff, but this is the age of darkness. We have to be realistic here. So part of that is going to be the removal of rose-tinted glasses. A lot of people over the next few years, as they have been doing so, are going to be waking up that everything is not rosy. Something is not quite right with certain things that we have been told, maybe all of our lives. You know, another thing that is going to be connected with Saturn and Pisces is the church is becoming increasingly unpopular. Pisces is a sign that is connected to Abrahamic religions. Some of those Abrahamic religions are going to be becoming more Saturnian, as in they will becoming more forceful. They believe that their religion is the only true one, and they can do whatever it says in their books. So we will be seeing more from some of the Abrahamic religions. We will be seeing more hardliners. Other Abrahamic religions may be disappearing. Now, a lot of people will become disillusioned with the religion or spiritual beliefs that they have believed for a long time. They will be returning to their ancestral practices, their ancestral beliefs. Believe it or not, there used to be many more religions, before Christianity took over and the Abrahamic religions, people were pagan. And we do live in a time in some countries where we can actually practice those religions without being burned at the stake, at least at this point. More people are going to become disillusioned with the New Age. The New Age is a product of Abrahamism. The New Age is part of the subversion of spiritual beliefs. And a lot of it is mumbo jumbo. Aliens, and it's not that I don't believe in aliens, it's just I don't believe they're communicating with Sally from Texas in her bedroom. So those authentic practices that for many thousands and thousands of years, they're what everyone believed in. There was a blood connection to the gods, an ancestral connection to the gods. That is going to come back again. So there are some really good things happening, even though it seems pretty dire. We have some good things to look forward to. Truth is another, something else that will be revealed, only to some. So, of course, the masses, they will continue to watch their news programs, you know, but a lot of people will wake up that neither of these sides are working for us. They're not on our side. They don't have our best interests at heart. So yes, truth. Now, with Saturn and Pisces, we also get some bad things to do with illusions. So what do I mean by that? CGI, for example, is so realistic now that it is completely impossible to tell whether it is animated or not. Now, I watched a movie a few weeks ago with my boyfriend, and it was called The Running Man from the 80s. Arnold Schwarzenegger, very good movie. And I remember thinking, that's really like Saturn and Pisces, because they actually, in the movie, they totally fabricated the news. And it was all done by trickery. So that is something that is going to increase. Even if you see a public figure in front of you on the TV screen, it does not necessarily mean that it actually is them. That's where we've got to now. So there are a lot of difficult things with this transit, but truth is the most important. And truth is going to come to us one way or another. I think the awakening process is something that can never come from information. It's a spiritual awakening. You feel it in your body, gnosis. You get these streams of truth, not in a new age way, by connecting to the ancestors, because then all of your ancestral wisdom is going to be reawakened, which is precisely what we need right now. So that's it. And I hope Saturn in Pisces is going to reveal truth and people to grow a backbone again, because Pisces is known for being a soft sign. It is compassionate, but we need to toughen up. There is way too much misplaced empathy, and it is only working against us. I'm not saying be cruel to people, but we have to get real, and we have to toughen up. And that is something that is going to happen through Saturn's transit in Pisces. So that's all I have to say. I hope you're all well. I'll be back again soon.